Hey guys, in this video I'll be showing you my updated patch 7.0.3 key bindings and hot icon trackers for my Holy Priest in Vuhdo. This won't be a guide on how I set up my Vuhdo frames, but I'll make sure to include a link to that particular video in the description box below in case you're interested. As I said in my previous video, I've tried to keep things in similar spots and orders from what I had before, while also keeping similar feeling spells on the same keybind between Disc and Holy for those that play both specs. And what I mean by that is Shadow Men for Disc has a similar cast feel and effect to Flash Heal for Holy. Another example would be Power Word Radiance for Disc and Prayer of Healing for Holy. So let's go ahead and look at the keybinds. Under the Spells tab for mouse keybinds we have, with no modifier, left click as Renew and right click as Heal. Similar to Disc, I'm keeping my frequently used filler spells in these spots. With a shift modifier, I have shift left click as Flash Heal and shift right click as Prayer of Healing. For the alt modifier, I use alt left click as Holy Word Serenity and alt right click as Prayer of Mending. And then for the control modifier, I use control left click as Purify and control right click as Binding Heal for when I take that talent. All other healing abilities, including utility spells and raid cooldowns, I have bound to the side buttons of my Razer Naga mouse via mouse over macros. Moving over to the Panels tab and clicking on the Hot Icons button shows the current list of what I'm tracking on my healing bars. With the changes to how Serendipity works, there's no longer a need to track it, so I've removed it from the list. Additionally, for Holy Word Sanctify, what was an AoE ground hot is now an instant cast heal similar to Circle of Healing, so that does not need to be tracked either. Keeping those changes in mind, in slot 1 I have Renew, followed by Echo of Light, and below that we have Prayer of Mending and Guardian Spirit. In slot 5 I've decided to track Divine Hymn. While the ability does have a 40-yard range, I find it useful to see if anyone is not receiving the heal so I can yell at them to move closer. And you actually don't need to track the added buff for this ability separately. As soon as your channel cast is over, it will automatically transition to tracking the Divine Hymn increased healing buff in the same slot. And the last thing I track on my raid frames is Spirit of Redemption. You could choose to track Surge of Light procs for when you run that talent. I, however, am tracking it in my weak auras, so I left it off. As I said in my Disc Priest Vuhdo update, if you haven't yet, you should save your key bindings and hot trackers to a profile, as it allows you to easily swap between specs like Disc and Holy. You can set this up by going to Tools, then clicking on Layouts, name your layout, pick the spec, select Load Hots, and save it. And that's all for this guide. I hope you found this video helpful and that this information gives you ideas on how to effectively use and track your spells. Good luck on getting all that Titan Forged gear before Legion drops.